Hello everyone, we are starting off NXT with your Battle Rumble winner, Drew McIntyre. He is right now making his way down to the ring. And he says he will be announcing who he will be facing at WrestleMania. My name is Drew McIntyre, and I have I have chosen who I am going to face at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, guys. And it will be Drew McIntyre, choose already. He's talking into the mic, but what is it? It's Zacko Wacko. He's not even on NXT. And there's Antonio Cesaro, Jack Swagger. They must have chose who they wanted to be the last member of the Real Americans. They have chosen me as a member of the Real Americans, and I have agreed. And that was a very interesting way to start to kick off the show. We don't know who Drew McIntyre is gonna face, but yes, Tensai is entering the ring. And yes, this is a 6-man contest. Now, I have already said that we will be doing this all through this week, because the next pay-per-view is King of the Ring, and we are having many different qualifying matches. And Tensai is one of the NXT competitors trying to qualify. And this is another man trying to get in the match. Now, he lost his match against his 2 former buddies. And this man was very impressive in the NXT Championship Elimination Chamber match. And he is one of the men you saw just moments ago. His name is Antonio Cesaro. And later on tonight, by order of me, I have made a match between the newly formed tag team between my character, Zacko Wacko, Cesaro, and Jack Swagger, going against Drew McIntyre with 2 opponents of his choosing. I mean, not opponents, group members of his choosing. And this man was also very impressive at that show. His name is Kofi Kingston. That's right. There he is. Let's see. That was number 4, I believe. It is Magnus. Magnus is in this match. And let's see how great he is going to be in this match. And entering now, the game. Triple H. And those were all random picks. I can assure you of that. And now, let's find out who is going to make it on to one of the King of the Ring matches. And so, the only man looking to almost be eliminated is Kofi Kingston. And he just about to know he's back in. And these are all very impressive superstars. Now, some of them I don't use as much, but this is their chance to headline WrestleMania in one of the main event matches. Now, obviously not the main event, because in the main event we are having Drew McIntyre going against one of the three men holding the title. It could either be the NXT Championship, the WWE Championship, or the World Heavyweight. And Cesaro just eliminated Tensai, and Magnus is out as well. And Jinder Mahal going to try to eliminate Triple H, but Triple H back in the match. And Cesaro lifting Kofi Kingston up and throws him. The power of Cesaro is unmatched. And Cesaro picks up Kofi Kingston. There goes Jinder Mahal, and there goes Kofi Kingston. It is now down to Cesaro and the game, Triple H. I wonder who is gonna make it into one of the spots, and Cesaro picks him up and slams Triple H down to the ground. Now, the next match is between Chris Sabin versus actually, don't know. Not hitting my head right now, but the next match will be a second qualifying match between. Oh wait, now I remember. He is going to face Tommy Dreamer. Is Chris Sabin going to win or lose? I really don't care, because those are both men. And like I was about to say, the next match after that will be another qualifying match. And Cesaro picks Triple H up on his shoulders and throws him out of the ring. And your winner is Cesaro. And we just witness Cesaro get another, he's going to be one of the, I think, 5 men I have decided to be in the King of the Ring tournament. And later on, we'll see a bunch more matches. And next, Chris Sabin going one-on-one with Tommy Dreamer. And here we go. Entering now. Well, yes, Chris Sabin is entering the match. Now, if I remember correctly, Chris Sabin is one of the men with a losing streak, but he might not after possibly beating this man coming out right now to the ring. And he is one of the newer guys to my universe. Yes, there we are. It is Tommy Dreamer. There's The Rock. And let's get this match underway. And I don't really care who wins this match. It's a win or lose thing for both of them. But I would much rather see Chris Sabin win. Just because, like I said, if I remember correctly, in my universe mode, he has not been doing very well. But who knows? And kick to the gut of Chris Sabin. Throws Chris Sabin to the ropes. And Chris Sabin reverses it. He jumps back into the ring. And spinning kick to... Oh my god, he just did a... This is a very impressive match. And Tommy Dreamer reversed the remover. And Chris Sabin reverses it. And Tommy Dreamer reverses it. Like I said, don't really care who wins this contest as long as it is a fair win. I do not like cheating wins, but if it has to come to a cheating win, I guess I can accept that. And an enziguri to Tommy Dreamer. And it's a 1. Just a 1. And dropkick to Tommy Dreamer. And I think that's a jumping moonsault flip thing. I have no clue. And leg drop to the leg of Tommy Dreamer. Currently, I believe Chris Sabin is beating Tommy Dreamer, but Tommy Dreamer reverses it with a sidewalk slam. And if I think I already said this before, but I cannot wait for the main event. The newly member of the tag team, Zacho, gets to prove himself to the Real Americans by being in a 6-man tag team match in the main event tonight. And Drew McIntyre gets to face 2. I don't know why I'm referring to him trying to face someone. No, he gets to choose 2 of his buddies in the match. And it's a 3 count. And clothesline by Tommy Dreamer to Chris Sabin. 5. Chris Sabin runs back into the ring and gets him in a headlock. Tommy Dreamer reverses it with a face. And he just slammed his face into the mat. Picks him back up. Hits a... Oh, Tommy Dreamer reverses it with a... no. A counter again. And Chris Sabin telling Tommy Dreamer to get up. And Tommy Dreamer is up. And is back down by Chris Sabin. And it's just a 1 count. And Tommy Dreamer reverses it. This is a very intense match. by Chris Sabin and Tommy Dreamer. Reversal after reversal after reversal. But I personally think Chris Sabin has a big chance of winning this match just because he has been somewhat dominating, but the Tommy Dreamer signature DDT, and it's a 1, 2, oh my god, almost 3. And I think Chris Sabin is bleeding. And Tommy Dreamer tries to get him up, and Chris Sabin reverses it. 1, 2. Oh my god. Just a 2 count. Once again, very intense matchup. Kicked to the face of Tommy Dreamer. And it's a 1, 2. Just a 2 count. And will Tommy Dreamer tap out here? Will he tap out? I think he gave up. Yes! Chris Sabin is your winner. Next match, guys. Number 1 contender for one of the spots in King of the Ring. That is the next match. And after that match, I believe it's going to be Chris Jericho going one-on-one with Ted DiBiase Jr. That is right, everyone. Chris Sabin is your winner. Here we go. 6-man contest, and speaking of Ted DiBiase, how ironic is this? Ted DiBiase is in this match, but his son, Ted DiBiase Jr., is the NXT champion. What if Ted DiBiase and Ted DiBiase Sr. wins this and goes on to win King of the Ring? If his son is still NXT champion by the time that happens, well, we might see a new champion. Entering now. And there he is, guys. The Heartbreak Kid is in the house. And entering now. And Dolph Ziggler is entering his way down to the ring. And we are going to find out how good Dolph Ziggler is going to be, because he is in this match with a lot of All-Stars, guys. We already seen 2 of them, and then Dolph Ziggler, and now we have Mick Foley. Yes, he is another man in this match. And entering now, the man who lost last week, and currently Ric Flair is 0-2. He has had 2 losses and 0 wins. That is very unfortunate for this man, but he might be 1 and 2 after this match, because he has a chance at getting a King of the Ring spot. My God, not him, not him, it is him, oh my God. There he is, guys, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I do not know who is going to win this match between 6 All-Stars, and it's weird how Dolph Ziggler's in this match, considering that the other men are all-stars, and I think Dibiase, Ted Dibiase Sr. is out, so that dream of being King of the Ring and going on to WrestleMania to possibly face his son for the NXT Championship is over. And Stone Cold could be eliminated. He could possibly be eliminated. I sure hope he's not, and he's still in the match. And, well, all I have to say is good luck, Dolph Ziggler. And Stone Cold is eliminated. That is very shocking, folks. Fans, whatever. That is very shocking. You know why? Because it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Dolph Ziggler and Ric Flair are almost eliminated. Both are almost eliminated. But Ric Flair staying in. I cannot say the same for Dolph Ziggler, though. He could possibly be eliminated. And he's hanging on to the ropes and is back in the ring. I do not like Dolph Ziggler's chances still, folks, because, well, he's just, I don't think he is going to survive as long as the other men are. And there goes Ziggler. Sorry, Ziggler, you are not getting a King of the Ring tournament shot. Maybe one of these 3 men, well, obviously one of these 3 men are, but who will it be out of the 3 is the real question. Next match, though, we have somewhat of a rematch, but non-title rematch, between Chris Jericho, the former NXT champion, versus the new NXT champion, Ted DiBiase Jr. And Mick Foley may almost be eliminated here, and he is still in the match. It was very shocking seeing Ted DiBiase Jr. win at the match, though. It came down to him and Andre the Giant, I believe. But somehow, he eliminated the Giant. Andre the Giant. It was very shocking, guys. And I have no clue still who's going to win this match. It is very intense. And Shawn Michaels almost is going to be possibly eliminated. He might be one of the men eliminated. Willie? And no, Shawn Michaels stays in the match. That is very surprising, guys. I thought Michaels was out, and it was going to come down to Mick Foley versus Ric Flair. But that obviously did not happen, and Rick could be eliminated. No, he is back in. He just slapped the chest of both Mick Foley and Shawn Michaels at the same time. That is very impressive. And there's just slapping going on to the chest of all 3 of these men. And Mick Foley just punching. Oh my God. Sweet chin music out of nowhere. That does not help at all, though. You have to get the man out of the ring, not injure him. And Ric Flair is still in this match. Mick Foley is still in this match. And Shawn Michaels is still in this match. And currently, I have no clue who is going to win. So, it is very intense. And Shawn Michaels going for the figure 4 leg lock. He is just mocking Ric Flair right now. Because he is using Ric Flair's signature move by using the figure 4 leg lock. And Shawn Michaels almost was eliminated, but it was all because of Flair. He wasn't. And wait, Michaels is eliminated. It is now down to Ric Flair versus Mick Foley. And Mick Foley, and Ric Flair tying up, Mick Foley won the tie up. Mick Foley throws Ric Flair to the corner. And Mick Foley gets pushed off. And Mick Foley wins the tie-up once again. Throws him to the other corner now. And eliminates him? Yes! Eliminates Ric Flair. Mick Foley is one of the other members. Remember, guys, next match. A rematch between Chris Jericho and Ted DiBiase Jr. Non-title rematch, though. Your winner, Mick Foley. There we go, guys. See you for that. There he is, everyone. The former NXT champion. And he is looking for some rich... he's just looking for some revenge tonight, folks. Because he lost it to none other than this man coming out right now. There's Ted DiBiase Jr., folks, and he is accompanied by his father in this match. And, like I said, Chris Jericho looking for some revenge because he lost his title to that man. And we start off the night with Chris Jericho doing the enziguri. Then Chris Jericho throws Ted DiBiase to the ropes, and Ted DiBiase jumps down, and another enziguri. And then Chris Jericho already starting to just taunting him, and then all this has been happening. And throws him into the corner. And Chris Jericho is choking him out. Now remember, guys, if Chris Jericho beats Ted DiBiase Jr. here tonight, he will get a possible rematch if Drew McIntyre doesn't choose to go for the NXT title. If Drew McIntyre does choose the NXT title, Chris Jericho will not be getting that rematch. And Chris Jericho with a clothesline while Ted DiBiase is in that corner. And neckbreaker, reversal, fist to the face. And elbow to the face. And chopping him. And he was trying to do a fist drop. Reversal. Fist drop right there, folks. And elbow to the face. And reversed into a spinning neck breaker. And Chris Jericho taunting him. And Chris Jericho's got him up. And he's just dropped back down. Chris Jericho going for the pin. Just a 1 count. And elbow to the face. And Chris Jericho elbowing him in the face. Then Ted DiBiase Jr. just throws him over it like that. This is the second time he's done that in this match. But Jericho gets back up, raking him in the face. And he reverses whatever Chris Jericho was going for. And he's got him up on his shoulders and a flapjack. And Chris Jericho has got him up. Powerbomb. Wait, that's not it. Another powerbomb. And he hits him with his 3rd powerbomb. And he's got the submission locked in. He's got the submission locked in. Jericho has got him in the walls of Jericho, but Dibiase Jr. does not tap out. That is very impressive. I have to say anything about that. And drop kick to the outside of the ring. One. And a bulldog to the outside of the ring. And another bulldog. Elbow to the back of the head. Elbow to the back. And spinning neck breaker. And it's a... Oh my goodness. And he kicked out. And drop kick. Three different chops to Dibiase and another chop. But Dibiase's getting up. But he's kicked back down. But he's getting up again. And I think he's going for the Dream Street. Yes, he went for the Dream Street and hit it on him. And it's a 1, 2, 3. And it looks like Chris Jericho will not be getting the rematch because he has just gotten pinned by Ted DiBiase Jr. Yes, and now we go on to the main event. The new formed tag team of Zacko Wacko, my character, Antonio Cesaro, and Jack Swagger, the Real Americans, going against Drew McIntyre and two of his choosing partners. That is next. Here we go, guys. Main event. Right now. There I am, guys. And I am well, I guess because I'm a real American now, I got a new jacket. And on my shirt, guys, that I'm wearing, I have a king's crown on it. Just saying, I may possibly be a king of the ring. Because if the Real Americans win, all three of us will be going on to King of the Ring to be in that tournament. But if Drew McIntyre or one of his partners wins, the other two partners, not Drew McIntyre, but the other two partners, will go on to King of the Ring. And that's right, guys. I am a part of the Real Americans. And speaking of 3MB, he has chosen one of his partners to be don't be confused, guys. 3MB is gone, but Drew McIntyre and Heath Slater are still partners, so it's technically 2MB. Because the only person that they had trouble with was Jinder Mahal. And speaking about Jinder Mahal, I will most likely not be using him as much as I was going to in my universe mode, just because him and Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre, had an argument, and then that led up to a pay-per-view match, so. But their partner is who? My God. Is it seriously? Apparently, Drew McIntyre has found Eddie Guerrero in the back, and he has chosen him to be one of his partners. This is going to be an amazing match between these three. And let's get the match underway. Zacko and Drew McIntyre are starting, and Zacko with a headbutt. And what? Wait. I thought they were friends. No. Heath Slater has also turned his back on Drew McIntyre. Apparently, 3MB is literally no more. And Drew McIntyre is very mad at that. But it won't matter. Now it is a 2-on-1 handicap match. And poke to the eyes of Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre gets hit with a knee by Cesaro. Cesaro is dominating the Real Americans. And, just period, Real Americans are dominating currently. I do not think Drew McIntyre and Eddie Guerrero has a chance. And what is Zacko doing? He's walking over to where Eddie Guerrero is. Oh, not this again. We saw this a couple weeks ago with the Shield. Now it's starting to form here right now. And Drew McIntyre has no friend to tag in currently because his partner is getting beat up on the outside. In a headbutt. And Cesaro just tagged in one of his partners. One of the Real Americans. Not me, but Jack Swagger. And Eddie Guerrero is in the match. Two fresh men in the match, but Eddie Guerrero is a high-flying fresh man. We cannot let him get onto the ropes. Come on, Swagger. Zacko Wacko wants to be tagged in to the match. Now remember, guys, Zacko Wacko was on Monday Night Raw earlier, and he won against Batista, and then lost, unfortunately, and he was also in the WWE Champions Chainball match. Elimination Chamber match. And he actually was the first one eliminated, but he did do pretty good for himself. Just a one count. Throws him to his corner, tags in Cesaro. The Real Americans have been working together very well currently. And Zacko just hit Eddie Guerrero. Maneuver. And then Eddie Guerrero pushes Zacko outside of the ring. We the people, and Jack Swagger is in the match. And Drew McIntyre was just going full on assaulting. And picks him up and drops him down. Does Jack Swagger. And Zacko Wacko is outside of the ring. Just slamming his head on the mat. And Jack Swagger just hit his knee. 1, 2. Only 2. And Eddie Guerrero's head just hit the table and it exploded. Poor Eddie Guerrero. And Zacko is down right now. We the people, man. And a Swagger Bomb? Swagger Bomb! It's up. Oops. And it's a 1, 2. it was only a 2 count. The Real Americans could have just won the match right there. And I think Drew McIntyre tapped out. So, Zacko Wacko, Jack Swagger, and Cesaro, and Antonio Cesaro are all, 3 of them, they are all going to be in the King of the Ring match. That is right, guys. Us 3 are all making it. And all I have to say to end this show off is we, the people,